Candidate. There you go.
Hi, I'm Jeanine Uvodich. That's okay. It took me a while to learn my last name, so when I met my husband, it was kind of one of those unusual names, but it definitely allows you to kind of identify me as a little bit different. I am, as we would call a businesswoman. The difference between me and the other candidates is that I am a Republican. Well, that's the same. Let me tell you what's the same. I am a Republican. I'm fiscally and financially conservative. I am pro-life. And I believe in all of those things. The thing that makes me different is that my undergraduate degree is in accounting. I practiced as a CPA for a number of years for a big firm, which back then there were big 8. Now there's only 4. But I practiced for a number of years, auditing all kinds of different companies, looking underneath the numbers that were there to determine what those numbers were really made of. And I believe that our government needs to go back to figuring out what we really need instead of basically setting up a budget based on what they decide they want and at their whim. We have owned the ice rink up in Shawnee on Johnson Drive. I've been operating it for about 2.5 years because our previous managers couldn't seem to figure out that you can't have more money going out than you have coming in, which is the same problem we have with our government. I had to step in and I've been running it. I believe that in this country, everybody needs to understand that our government is a business. It needs to be run like a business. It needs to be run like a business that is financially responsible, that understands they don't have an unlimited budget just because they can print money. I would be out of business and would have been out of business years ago if we operated our business the way that this government is running our country. I believe that we need to step up and we need to elect new people with fresh ideas and fresh blood and bring them to Washington. I've never been in politics before. I basically decided to run after and people have told me I got in late, not realizing, having not been in politics before, that late, for me, I got in April, and thinking that the June 10th deadline was kind of the last date, and that would make me late. But I have numerous people saying, oh my gosh, we have so many candidates, and they've said, why are you running? Why did you feel the need to do this? And for me, it really came down to the health care bill. When the government decided to bully that bill through, despite what the people said, despite what their constituents said, at that point in time, I was done. And I'm pretty strong, and as my sisters might call me, stubborn, strong-willed. I will stand up and say, no, we're not going to do this. I also believe that we can't just be a party of no. We also have to be a party with fresh ideas that we can get out across the table that will allow this government to get under control and do what it needs to do. We need to implement an immediate hiring freeze in our government and let natural attrition get rid of the extra people that we have, because the reality is the way the government's set up right now, if we just cut, we're going to be paying them unemployment until they retire. I mean, the way they keep wanting to extend everything, there's going to be no end to it. And for me, as a small business owner and a CPA, now I did go back to law school with my twins, my youngest, I have 5 children. When my youngest went to 1st grade, I went back to law school because I had 5 kids to put through college. So at that point in time, I hadn't been practicing as a CPA. I'd only been doing books out of my home, and I had a desire and an interest in it. So I did go back to law school, and I am a practicing attorney in private practice. I do family law, criminal law, all kinds of different law, and I'm in it to pay for college. I did never use it as a step stool into politics. Now I am looking into politics, not because I went to law school, but because I think our government is broken and we need business people with a business understanding. And I understand there are other people on the ticket that will tell you that they are business people, but I'm pretty sure I'm the only one that submits payroll every 2 weeks. I'm the only one physically going to the bank and depositing the money for my business. And I'm the only one that's truly running and operating a business. I do support the fair tax. I do believe that our federal government is using the tax code in ways that it was never originally intended. And I ask for your vote on August 3rd. The difference here is I want to U-turn Congress. Vote Uvodich to U-turn Congress. Thank you very much.